what do you do this week? I mean, what role other than just being the owner of the Falcons here in the hometown of the Falcons?
Yeah.
What do you do this
Well,
week?
I think being the owner of the Falcons is really not, is not significant this week. Being the owner that represents the National Football League and represents my 31 other partners and their organizations and the Shield is really my role. Being an ambassador for the league, being an ambassador for our city, being an ambassador for the fans and guests that we'll have throughout the arena that we will constitute the entire Super Bowl. And I'm thrilled that, so many of these NFL events out of 15, 13 are within a short walking distance of each other. Probably the first time in the history of the league that's been the case. And the stadium itself is going to be, just magnificent for all the reasons I expressed earlier. I think when people come in there and there's food and beverage stuff, which most people don't believe that we would do past 3 games. We've done it now for a year and a half and changed 15 institutions in other sports and college as well. We're going to come in and spend, $2 for a drink and $1 for water and $2 for popcorn and $2 for a pretzel. And they go extravagant and spend, $5 for a cheeseburger. They're not going to believe it. But, that's our way in a serious vein. It's not about the economics. It's about a way of showing appreciation to our fans, finding ways to thank them for their passion, their energy, their commitments that they make not only to the Falcons, but in this case, to the National Football League and the great game that we represent.
Is it true you're opening up the stadium 4 hours before kick, too? 2 hours normally before?
It's opened up at 2:00 in the afternoon, so it's 4.5 hours before the kick. Right.
Okay, fantastic.
So we want people, and we have $17 million of commissioned artwork in the building. We want people to get there early to enjoy the building, enjoy the concessions. Our fans, it's very interesting. The first time the commissioner came to a game, we opened up against the Packers on a Sunday night, and he met me on the sidelines, and he said, Arthur, he said, I don't see a lot of people here. I said, Roger, they're all on the concourses eating and drinking. So we typically, by the end of the first quarter of our games or matches in Atlanta, as the case may be, football, soccer, we'll sell as much food and beverage as we did in the Georgia Dome for the entire game before. So people, they enjoy coming, they enjoy community, they enjoy eating and drinking together, and obviously they're looking forward to a good game as well. And I think the matchup is an excellent one. As you know, Rich, there's a lot of sub storylines here, and a coach on one hand is half the age of the other coach. You have a young quarterback that's emerging into what anybody would argue today is probably the greatest quarterback, maybe the greatest player in the history of the league. You got a homegrown coach in the Rams. He went to Marist High School here, and his family still lives here. And you've got a GM that worked for our Falcons organization for 14 years.
Right.
And you've got 2 running backs on either club that played and did extraordinarily well at UGA. So, and of course, Robert Kraft is probably my closest buddy owner and followed closely by Stan Kroenke, I would say. And, Robert's record speaks for itself, and Stan's doing an extraordinary job, in building that complex, the stadium and the entire complex in L.A. And we're very proud to host the Super Bowl there in the future as well.
Arthur, the way you just set the stage for the storylines, you just did my job for me. Maybe we should switch roles. I'll run the Falcons and the compensation committee, and then you do what do you say? I mean, you want to just role reversal right there?
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.